Mr. Amarendra Prabhuji to kindly be with his video on. Prabhuji has already joined us from Atlanta today. I hope all the devotees are keeping safe and are in good health. So taking this opportunity, let's all focus and try to hear from His Grace Amarendra Prabhu on the wonderful topics that he is going to discuss from Srimad Bhagavad Katha. So I'm Amarendra Prabhuji, are you in a position to keep your video on, please? Yes, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. It's a good fortune to have you here. Hope you're doing good and your health is fine.
Krishna is kind.
Very nice, very nice. So we don't need any further introduction about Amarendra Prabhu. Already it's our family. So I would take this opportunity to first of all thank him and pray to the Supreme Lord to bestow upon him very good health. And also we would like to begin with the session with the chanting, because I heard the news from His Grace Amarendra Prabhu that in the last week his grandfather had passed away and returned back to Krishna Loka. So certainly for such a wonderful grandson that he has, Krishna is very kind enough to take him to his lotus feet. So we will chant 3 times for the benefit of that wonderful Atma to reach back to Krishna's lotus feet. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we once again thank His Grace Amarendra Prabhu for being with us today and giving his Nectarian Association the most sought after. So now I would request him to kindly take over. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Ram Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Shashi Yashoda Mataji. Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. My prostrated obeisances to all the wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who are on the call. Thank you for kindly participating. Is the voice audible, Prabhuji? Is it clear enough? Okay. Okay. Thank you. So today we will be taking the first pastime from the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam in our discussion. This is the very beautiful pastime called as the Mrid Bhakshan Leela. This is the pastime of Krishna eating dirt and showing the universe in his mouth. This is found in the 8th chapter of the 10th canto. And our acharyas have poured in so many brilliant commentaries on this section. So I just want to mention the section that we are reading from. This is Canto 10, Chapter 8, text 32 onwards. This pastime is described for a few verses, but we will read at least the first few verses in the Sanskrit, and then we will have a general discussion in the time that we have. So if devotees, if it's possible, and if you have a physical copy of the Srimad Bhagavatam, or you can pull it up online, I'll be very happy and highly encourage. As we are hearing, we can also read and we can study together Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Saha Gana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Sri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Iti Shodashakam Namnam Kali Kalmashanashanam Natah Parataropaya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate Harir Nama Iva Kevalam Kalo Nastyeva 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 Gatiranyatha Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Paramananda Pathaya Prema Varshi Aksharayate Sarvada Sarvasevyaya Shri Krishnaya Namostume. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is actually the playground of Radha and Krishna. The white pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, this was the realization of Sripad Indra Prabhu. Sripad Indra Prabhu used to say that the white pages of Srimad Bhagavatam represent Radharani, and the black script, the black ink, the print represents Shyamasundar. So the whole Srimad Bhagavatam is actually the Keli Bhumi, the playground of only Radha and Krishna. Srila Rupa Goswami has written, Vrindavane Viharato Iha Keli Kunje Matta Dvipa Pravara Kautuka Vibhramena Sandarshayaswa Yuvayor Vadanara Vindam Dvandvam Videhi Mahi Devi Kripam Prasida. Actually, our Rupa Goswami is, I don't want to sound fanatical, but he's the best. He's the best in the whole world, past, present, and future. There cannot be another Rupa Goswami. So, of course, we say, Jadi Gauranga na hoito tabe ki hoito. If Mahaprabhu wouldn't have come, how would we have known Radhara Mahima? How would Radha Tattva have appeared in this world if not for Shachinandan Gaurahari? This is very true. But still, our acharyas hold this opinion that Mahaprabhu came and he was intoxicated in Radha Tattva, Radha Prem, Radha Bhava, Dhyuti Suvalitam, Naumi Krishna Swarupam. Completely intoxicated in Krishna Prem. But it was Srila Rupa Goswami who put systematically definitions for all these stages of devotion. Now what we call very easily, we say Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan, Kriya, Anartha, and everything. But it was Srila Rupa Goswami's hard work where he gave all these steps and stages. Someone who has gone through can write, but someone who has not gone through he doesn't even know what is coming up next. But someone who has gone through that path can look behind and say, yes, first, someone who's done Giriraj Parikrama will say, okay, it starts off here. Then after about 30 minutes to the left, you will see this. Don't go there, keep going. Then after 20 minutes, you'll feel like sitting down. There'll be a bench, but don't sit there. Someone who's gone through knows. So Srila Rupa Goswami has completely gone through all these stages as a pure Vaishnava, coming from the spiritual world. And he has given definitions of all technical details and examples of all of this. So Srila Rupa Goswami is the fountainhead of our parampara. Completely fountainhead, no doubt about it. Rupa Goswami's commentaries, Rupa Goswami's books, Rupa Goswami's songs, Rupa Goswami's verses, Rupa Goswami's pastimes, Rupa Goswami's example, his books, the instructions he received from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All of this comprise the study subject matter for a true Rupanuga, someone in the Gaudiya Parampara. We say we are Rupanugas, so that is why Rupa Goswami becomes the fountainhead. So Srila Rupa Goswami has said that Vrindavane Viharato Iha Keli Kunje Matta Dvipa Pravara Kautuka Vibhramena. That when Radha and Krishna, they walk and sport and beautifully spend time in the beautiful, wonderful forests of Vrindavan, decorated by Brinda Devi, then they look like Matta Dvipa. Dvipa means an elephant. Why is it called elephant? Why is it called Dvipa? Because Dvi means two, and Pa means to drink. So that animal who drinks through two ways. The elephant drinks through the mouth also and through the trunk also. So dvi means two and pa means pibati, to drink. So matta dvipa, matta means maddened, maddened. So intoxicated. So Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan, they are like intoxicated mad elephants, walking, singing together, walking together, dancing together, playing instruments together. Krishna is picking flowers for Radhika, Radhika is picking flowers for Krishna, Krishna is thinking of serving Radhika, Radharani is thinking of serving Krishna. So both of them are very wonderful, sweet, beautiful mad elephants moving through the beautiful groves and forests of Braj. Rupa Goswami says, but what about me? I am in this world. Therefore, samdarshayasya yuvayor vadanaravindam. Hey Radharani, hey Shri Krishna, please, when will you give me darshan? When will you take some time out from your sporting pastimes in Vrindavan and give me darshan? Kripam prasida, give me some mercy. And with my eyes, with my two eyes, let me see this beautiful form of Radha and Krishna. So this is the start of Srimad Bhagavatam, because this Srimad Bhagavatam is the Keli Bhumi, is the playground of Radha and Krishna. So Radha and Krishna appear in this world as Srimad Bhagavatam so that we can have darshan of their pastimes. And very specifically, as we discussed last time, the Srimad Bhagavatam starts off with the first two cantos as the Adhikar Leela. Adhikar Leela means they set the qualification for the readers of Srimad Bhagavatam. And then going up systematically, the Dasham Skanda, the 10th canto, is the smiling face of Radha and Krishna. Smiling face of Radha and Krishna. The Srimad Bhagavatam is from the heart of Srimati Radharani. And therefore, sometimes people ask this question, why the Srimad Bhagavatam does not have a mention about Radharani? Because Radharani is so selfless, in her heart, not even once she's thinking about herself. So therefore, because Srimad Bhagavatam is coming from the heart of Srimati Radharani, and Radharani is completely selfless, never thinking about herself, Srimad Bhagavatam directly doesn't speak about Srimati Radharani, because that Srimad Bhagavatam is from the heart of Srimati Radharani. And therefore, we can say all the 12 cantos discuss only about Sri Krishna. But systematically, they are presented on the basis of different qualifications of different readers. So first two cantos, they set the eligibility, adhikar, for moving ahead. The Padma Puran has very beautifully described that the first two are the lotus feet, and then systematically going up, the 10th canto is the moon-like smiling face. Some acharyas also say the 10th canto is the heart of Sri Hari, the heartbeat, the lub-dub of the heart of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Dasham Skanda. So I have been ordered by His Grace Ramakrishna Prabhu and Her Grace Sachi Yashoda Mataji to speak from the Dasham Skanda, from the 10th canto. So today we will speak from the 8th chapter. So when we say Bhagavatam is the Keli Bhumi of Radha Krishna, so then why it is describing about Mother Yashoda and other associates? Because Radharani is on the highest level of Madhurya Rasa. And according to Srila Rupa Goswami, Madhurya Rati includes all other Ratis. It includes Sakhya, Dasya, Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, everything, and much more. And much more. All of this are included in the heart of Srimati Radharani. So therefore, Bhagavatam, which is the Keli Bhumi, the beautiful dancing, smiling, singing playground of Radha and Krishna, discusses about friends also, discusses about parents also, discusses about gopis also, discusses about the plants also, discusses about the trees also, discusses about the bumblebees also, the flowers also, the fruits also, the leaves also, because Vrindavaneshwari Srimati Radharani thinks about everything in Vrindavan. So Bhagavatam is very colorful, very beautiful, very flavorful. Anyone who studies Srimad Bhagavatam under Anugatya, under the right understanding of the Acharyas, definitely his or her heart will erupt in Vraja Prem, love towards Vrindavan. Chakravarti Pad has written, Aradhyo Bhagavan Brajesha Tanayastadhama Vrindavanam, Ramya Kaji Dupasana Vrajapadum Varkhena Ya Kalpita, Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam, Prema Pumartho Mahan, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhor Matamidam Tatradharana Paraha. That if there is one person that we must aspire to serve, that must be the son of Nanda Maharaj, Sri Krishna. If there is one specific land that we must aspire to live in and get attached to, Tadhama Vrindavanam. It must be Vrindavan. It should not be Atlanta. It should not be any other land. Ultimately, the heart should go only to Vrindavan. Even if the body is outside Vrindavan, no problem. But the mind must always race towards Vrindavan. The problem is when the mind wants to go outside Vrindavan. Oh, that is a problem. Sometimes we can have even our body in Vrindavan, but if the mind is going outside, then what is the use? But on the other hand, someone could live in Shamadesh and the heart is always racing. Oh, when will I get service in the land of Vrindavan? Oh, the trees of Vrindavan are so beautiful. The temple in Vrindavan is so beautiful. The Thakurji, the Vigraha, the deities in Vrindavan are so beautiful. Braj Bhav is so beautiful. Giriraj is so beautiful. So we could live even in Atlanta or Shamadesh, but if the heart and the mind are racing towards Braj, we are where our mind is. So Bhagavatam naturally brings in this effect. Bhagavatam will give in attachment to Vrindavan. Bhagavatam will bring in the mood of service towards Radha and Krishna. Bhagavatam will bring in the mood of appreciation towards the lotus feet of the gopis. Bhagavatam will bring in this conviction, this nishtha, that in my life, I only want prema bhakti. Prema bhakti jaha hoite, avidya vinasha jate. I don't want anything else, my Lord. I don't want anything else. Kshauni patitvam athava ekam akinchanatvam nityam dadasi bahumanam athapamanam vaikunthavasam athava narake nivasam ha vasudeva mama nasti gatistvadanya. In the Sri Sampradaya, the Acharyas have written in the line of Srila Ramanujacharya that, my Lord, I only want your service. I don't want anything else. You keep me wherever, you keep me however, just accept me, my Lord. Just say, when you count your servants, you just say, oh, yes, he's my servant. But I will have a smile on my face. I don't want anything else. Absolutely nothing else, my Lord. I just want this desire to serve you. Mama janmani janmani ishware bhavatat bhaktirahaitu kitvi. So this prema pumartho mahan, this desire that I just want prem in my life. Prema dhana bina byartha daridra jivan. Without prem, our heart, our lives are all poverty stricken. We can have many, many palaces outside. We can have big islands in our name. But in the heart, if there is no affection for Krishna, manaschena lagnam gurorangri padme tathakyam, 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 says Sripad Adi Shankaracharya. If the mind is not attached at the lotus feet of Sri Hari and Sri Guru, then what is the gain? Absolutely, what is the gain? So let us start reading in this mood that, my Lord, whatever I'm going to read and hear today, may that increase affection that I have in my heart for you. In this mood, let's start reading from text 32, Dasham Skandha, Canto 10, chapter 8, text 32. Ekada kridamanaste ramadhya gopadarakaha krishno mridam bhakshitavan iti matre nyavedayan. I was thinking, if it's possible, we can probably, if possible, we could have one volunteer who can read the English if possible. I'm not sure if the unmute option is enabled. If possible, we can have maybe Gopakumar Prabhu, could you do that? Could you read the English translation if that is okay? So then everyone else can be on mute.
Shall I read?
I think somebody's mic is
Shall
not
I
on
read?
mute. Mataji, we will give you for the next verse. We will have Gopakumar Prabhu read.
All right.
So, Prabhuji, I'll read the translation purport or only the translation?
Yes, Prabhu. Translation and purport.
Okay. One day, while Krishna was playing with his small playmates, including Balarama and other sons of Gopas, all his friends came together and lodged a complaint to Mother Yashoda. Mother, they submitted, Krishna has eaten earth. Purport. Here is another of Krishna's transcendental activities invented to please the gopis. First, a complaint was lodged with Mother Yashoda about Krishna's stealing, but Mother Yashoda did not chastise him. Now, in an attempt to awaken Mother Yashoda's anger so that she would chastise Krishna, another complaint was invented, that Krishna has eaten earth.
So in this verse, we can see the Shukdev Goswami starts the verse with ekada. So in Sanskrit, the syllable da refers to time. So when you have to say whenever, you say yada. Whenever, yada, yada. Oh, at that time, tada atmanam shrajamyaham. So yada, tada. If somebody has to ask, oh, when will that day be mine? Kada karishyasi hamam kripa kataksha bhajanam. And when we have to say all the time, then sarvada. So yada, tada, kada, sarvada. And when you have to say once upon a time, ekada. This is what in Marathi they say ekda. Te aale hote ekda. Ekda. But it's actually Sanskrit ekada. Eka means once and da means time. So Kridamana hate, Krishna, Balaram and all the friends are playing. Kridaman. They're all busy playing. But it's very, very interesting that Shukdev Goswami says Rama Adya Gopadarakaha. The word used is Rama. So they were all headed by Balaram. Srimad Bhagavatam is very rasik. Rasik means very tasty, very flavorful. For everything there is a reason. For everything there is a reason. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that till now in this chapter, the gopis were complaining because of Krishna's butter stealing pastimes. But now there is a change of paradigm. And from this 32nd verse, the gopas will start complaining. Chakravarti Pad says that Krishna is Rasaraj. Rasaraj means he is very tasty to taste all different kinds of moods. So Krishna had tasted all different relations and moods, but there's one thing that he had not tasted, and that is, how does it feel to be chastised? How does it feel to be chastised? So Krishna was thinking that I must do something by which my mother will chastise me and I will feel that taste. How does it taste when you have someone above you who loves you, who wants to take care of you, who has so much mamata, so much possessiveness, and out of that there is chastisement? So Krishna previously was stealing butter and the gopis tried complaining and it didn't work because Mother Yashoda was not believing them. So now in this section onwards, Krishna starts to eat dirt so that the gopas start complaining. And then when the gopis and the gopas both complain, Mother Yashoda will take it very seriously. So this Mrid Bhakshan Leela was an attempt by Krishna. As Prabhupada writes in the purport, this is another of Krishna's transcendental activities invented. Krishna was inventing it. It was not necessary, but he was doing it so that they complain and Mother Yashoda chastises him. And then he can taste Vatsalya Ras of Mother Yashoda. Because sometimes if the whole preparation is only sweet, 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 it may not be so relishable. You need something spicy also on the prasadam plate. So therefore, Krishna's prasadam plate filled with rasas, everything is madhur, 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 madhur. So Krishna wanted some chili also. He wanted to taste Mother Yashoda's Tadana Leela, Mother Yashoda's chastisement. So here also Mother Yashoda doesn't believe. She goes up with the stick and almost goes there, but then Krishna shows the universe in his mouth and everything topples down. So then Krishna thinks, I put in so much hard work, but then I didn't get the success gain. So then again he tries, and that's when in the next chapter, the Damodar Leela takes place and Krishna gets what he was looking for, the taste of Mother Yashoda's heart. So Krishna's pastimes with Mother Yashoda or with his devotees are done only to taste the flavor, the mood, the bhav of the heart of the devotees, the Brajvasis. So here, Sridhar Swami has commented that Krishna keeps performing so many different activities, but once something really astonishing happened. And that's what, so Shukdev Goswami's heart is flooding with so many pastimes to describe. But then he thought, wait a minute, let me describe that pastime where Mother Yashoda almost went there close to Krishna with a stick, but then it didn't happen. So Ekada, so Sridhar Swami writes in his Bhavartha Deepika commentary that that wonderful pastime is being described here. Also, Srila Sanatan Goswami has commented that Krishna always loves to perform activities only to be chastised by his devotees. There is nothing else that he wants. Sanatan Goswami says whether Krishna is with the gopis or with the gopas or with his mother, he likes it when he's chastised. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes that Krishna was thinking. This is in the section of the confidential reasons for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, chapter 4 of Adilila. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes that Krishna was thinking, Shokole jagote more kore vidhi bhakti brajobhav paite nahi shakti. That the whole world is performing bhakti to me out of rules and regulations. But there is hardly anyone who is performing bhakti to me out of love. And without love, they will not attain Vrindavan. If just by their following rules and regulations and their God-fearing instead of God-loving, they will not get the realm of Braj. Krishna is thinking, Shakale jagote more kore vidhi bhakti brajobhav paite nahi shakti. That without having affection for me, they will not reach me. Aishwarya jnanete shab jagato mishrit. Aishwarya shithila prem nahi moraprit. That when someone comes to me with the thing that I am God and that they are the devotees, I am impressed, but I'm not controlled, says Krishna. But I am controlled when there is prem in the heart. But that prem, till the time I don't give, the world will not get. Therefore, chira kale nahi diye prema bhakti dan, prema bhakti bina nahi jagater avasthan. Krishna thought, without giving that love by which they can come to me in this world, what good can come to this world? Therefore, apani korimu bhakti bhave angikare, apani korimu bhakti shikhamu shabare. Apani na kaila dharma shikhai na jaye, eito siddhanta gita bhagavate gaye, prema rasha niryash korite ashwadan, rag marg bhakti loke korite pracharan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this world to give that prem. So here Srila Sanatan Goswami describes that Krishna is ready to be chastised by his devotees in his pastimes, because in that there is so much affection. Krishna prefers the chastisement of his dear devotees than the worship of those who don't have good devotion, pure devotion in the heart. Because even if they have some devotional mood, they don't have mamata towards Krishna. They don't have possessiveness towards Krishna. Those, normal. They're approaching the Lord, but it's all about what can I get from the Lord? What can I get from Krishna? But in Vrindavan, it is all about what I can give Krishna. And therefore, their chastisement is imbued with so much affection. This is what Sanatan Goswami has written. So now Ramadhyaha, why Balaram has been called Rama? This is very interesting. There are three very wonderful aspects in this verse to be noted down. First is Rama, second is Gopadarakaha, and the third is Nyavedayan. Three aspects, very important to write. First thing, Rama. Acharyas have commented, why is Balaram called Rama? Because when he uses his bala, his strength for something, then you can call him Balaram. But in this pastime, he's not using his strength. He is going and complaining to Mother Yashoda when Krishna eats dirt in seclusion. Why? For the pleasure of Mother Yashoda, for the pleasure of Krishna, for the pleasure of the devotees. So the context is very important to be understood. Krishna is busy sitting in seclusion and trying to eat. Now, from a normal perspective, parents may have seen their children sit in seclusion and eat something when they're growing up, their children. So according to yoga and Ayurveda and pranic shastras, we can understand that there are different koshas in the body. There are different layers in the body. First is called Annamaya kosha. So that is the first thing that develops in the child. Annamaya kosha, when it develops, Kosha means covering, and Anna means grain. Maya means like. Anna Maya, filled with Anna. Kosha, the layer which deals with Anna. So when that develops, the desire to put something in the mouth also develops, because that is Annamaya Kosha. So that's when you see children, whatever they see on the floor, they will pick up and put in the mouth. Or you can see sometimes they're sitting in the corner, scratching some calcium off the wall and putting in the mouth. You can see children do all that because it is Annamaya Kosha. And then after that, the Pranamaya Kosha develops. And when Pranamaya Kosha develops, they are no longer interested in sitting and eating. Prana means energy. So they start running around in the house, even in the locality, in the building, with the society, friends and school friends. They're always running because there's so much pran shakti in the body. If you tell them sit and chant for 30 minutes, they will not. They will chant. They will, at that time also, they will move their head. They will move the chair. They will go back and forth because the pran energy is so much, pranamaya kosha. And then after that, other koshas also develop and effects are seen. So from Krishna's Naravat Leela, Krishna's human-like pastimes, we can understand his Annamaya kosha is developing. So Krishna is sitting in seclusion and putting some mrid or some mud into his mouth. But at the same time, there are many, many reasons why Krishna is putting mud into his mouth. We will come to that in a bit. So Krishna's friends have a very big problem. What is the big problem? They are thinking, whatever Krishna has eaten till now, and by the way, this pastime takes place when Krishna is 2.5 years old. Krishna is a baby. So till now, the friends are thinking, till now, whatever Krishna ate or has been eating, he has been sharing with us. But now he's sitting alone and eating. This is not fair. Now itself, he has started eating things on his own without telling us. So now in the future, how many more things he will eat without telling us? Friends had one more problem. They said that all the tastes ultimately come from Mother Earth. All the vegetables, all the fruits, they come from Mother Earth, right? They all come from Mother Earth. Therefore, Mother Earth has a name called Rasa Devi. She who is the goddess of taste. So the friends are also thinking, sitting and thinking, look at this betrayer friend of ours. When he eats one fruit or one vegetable coming from Mother Earth, he shares it with us. But when he's going to the source of all taste, which is Mother Earth herself, at that time he's sitting and tasting that in seclusion without sharing the taste with us. So this is not fair. You see, the friends are thinking, they're also 2.5 years old. They're thinking, if one apple is so tasty, one banana is so tasty, and one mango is so tasty. Imagine the source of all bananas and all mangoes and all fruits and all vegetables, and taking some remnants from that earth, and that too, he's sitting and eating in seclusion. This is not right. This must go to Mother Yashoda for complaint. So all these friends, they also had a concern. They wanted to, but they can't go directly. So they took it to Balaram. They said, Balaramji, you please take our complaint to Mother Yashoda that this is not fair. Balaram had his own issues, why he did not want Krishna to eat dirt. Point number one, Balaram is thinking to himself. Parents are supposed to correct the child, but in the absence of Nanda and Yashoda, who is going to correct Krishna? Me. Because I am the older one. I am supposed to correct him. But he's also supposed to listen to me. Right? But he's not listening to me because Balaram went there once and saw Krishna. And he said, hey, Krishna, you're not supposed to eat this. And there was no one around. It was only Krishna and Balaram. So Krishna looked with anger and looked at Balaram and he said, you always tell me, don't eat this, don't eat that, don't go here, don't go there, come here, come there. You're always controlling me. Shastra is saying, Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditaratas chartheshu abhijna swarat. Independent. Where is my independence? Always you are telling me what to do, where to do, how to do, what to eat. Now I will eat. Balaram said, no, you can be Swarat, but I am your Agraj. I am the one who has appeared before you. So you must listen to me according to Dharma. Krishna said, I will not listen. I want to put it in my mouth. So Balaram had his own issues. that hey, you don't listen to me, then I'm going to be the whistleblower. I'm going to go and tell your mother, and then you will see. Then what mother will, then it's between you and your mother. So so Balaram is not using his strength here, but it is to give pleasure to the whole scene. That is point number one. Point number two, Balaram had another concern. This is very, very interesting. Balaram had another concern. Balaram goes and tells Mother Yashoda, oh, Mother Yashoda, what has Krishna appeared in this world for? He is, according to Shastra, he has appeared in this world to reduce the burden of Mother Earth, right? Jayatu Jayatu Devo Devaki Nandanoyam Jayatu Jayatu Krishna Vrishnivansha Pradipaha Jayatu Jayatu Megha Shyamala Komalango Jayatu Jayatu Prithvi Bhara Nasho Mukundaha. Mukundamala Stotra, second verse. He has appeared in this world to Prithvi Bhara Nashana, to reduce the burden of Mother Earth. How do you reduce the burden of Mother Earth? By taking things away from her. Balaram is telling Mother Yashoda, yes, he has come in this world to reduce the burden of Mother Earth, but tell him, by eating dirt, he will not be able to reduce her burden. Her burden is the weight of these unsaintly kings. By eating this 2 gram mud, he thinks with both his hands, if he keeps putting all the mud in his mouth, the weight of Mother Earth is going to reduce. This is not the way you reduce the burden of Mother Earth. Balaram took it to Mother Yashoda. Yes, he should. His avatar has been to reduce the burden of Mother Earth, but not this way. He should not eat mud and reduce Mother Earth. Also, Balaram had his own personal problems with this issue. What was his personal problem? Now, when someone takes your property, something that belongs, not property, but something under your possession, someone takes it once, you will say, no problem. But lota dena वापस. यही लाइब्रेरी से बुक ले लिया किसी ने, ठीक है पढ़ लेना, फिर अभी आप उसको, मेरे पास एक ही कॉपी है, I have only one copy, you can bring it back. Next time the person does the same thing, he will say, अच्छा प्रभु जी रिमाइंड करना था, लास्ट टाइम का वो बुक था, तो अब एक बार आप कर देंगे, पता है एक बार आप. Now again, if the third time he does, then what happens? The volume goes little higher. कि आपको पहले बताते हैं प्रभु जी, आपने, you have not got the previous book. So when someone takes something under our possession, once, twice, we can let go. But 3 times, it gets a little difficult. So what was Balaram's connection here? Balaram is thinking, Mother Earth is supposed to be on my head. Ananta Shesh ke sir pe hote hain Prithvi Devi. So Bhumi Devi is on the head of Ananta Shesh. So Ananta Shesh, Balaram is thinking, without my permission, once as Varahadev, you lifted her, I have no problem. You didn't ask for permission, I didn't say anything. No problem. Bhai bhai hai, there is no problem. Then I kept quiet. So second time you came as Vaman Dev. Then with your lotus feet, you touched her. First time you touched her with your tusk. I didn't say anything. Second time you touched her with your feet. I didn't say anything. But now this time it is getting too much. You are taking her in seclusion. You have accepted her in seclusion now. This is too much. You cannot take my property. Once as Varahadev, twice as Vamandev, and now you are taking Bhumi Devi without, and now you think it is your property. And when I come and stop you, at that time you are trying to argue with me. Balaram said, this is enough. Prithvi Devi belongs to me because I am Ananta. So then I will take this complaint. Another thing, if I take this to Mother Yashoda will have pleasure. Why? Because Mother Yashoda will think, oh, Balaram is so attentive in my absence. When I entrust Krishna's safety in Balaram's hands, he knows what is right and what is wrong, and he is coming and telling me. So he is giving me pleasure. How is this giving this Balaram going and complaining? How is it giving pleasure to the friends? Because if Krishna eats mud, and if he has a stomach upset tomorrow, Krishna's friends will not have a friend to play with. So therefore, by stopping Krishna from eating mud, Krishna's health is intact. And if Krishna's health is intact, the friends will have Sri Hari, Krishna to play with, Yashodanandan to play with. So in this way, because Balaram He is definitely going and telling this to Mother Yashoda. But the whole purpose is to give pleasure to Krishna, give pleasure to himself, give pleasure to Mother Yashoda, give pleasure to the friends. He's not using his strength. He is using the pleasure potency. And in Sanskrit, the word for pleasure is Ram. Therefore, Shukdev Goswami, who could have used the word Bala, he is using the word Rama. You see, for one word in the verse, there are so many explanations. Our acharyas sit all their life writing and commenting on the Srimad Bhagavatam, only so that we all can sit, just inherit this property. We don't have to start a spiritual business of our own. The business is already successful. We simply have to inherit it by being obedient to our parents, which means our Gurudev and Param Gurudev and Paratpara Gurudev, our whole parampara, Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada, Saraswati Thakur, etc. So therefore, Ram Adyaha, Adi, etc. And Rama means Balaram. So Krishna was with Balaram and others, etc. Now, why the friends are called Gopadarakaha? Very interesting. What does the word Gopa mean? The word Gopa mean Gopaniya, secretive, protective. Last class we mentioned this when we were discussing Gopa Vrindaihi, Vrindaranyam Swapadaramanam Pravishad Gita Kirtihi. Gopa means that community which protects Krishna. So the friends wanted to protect Krishna from this concern. Also the word Dharaka, very beautiful. Our acharyas have described the word Dharaka and Gopa. They say Gopa means Gopayanti Krishnam iti, that community which protects Krishna from anything that goes wrong. Srila Jiva Goswami has commented in this regard. He says that Dharakaha means Dara Sukharupaha, those friends of Krishna who always think of giving pleasure to Mother Yashoda by speaking about Krishna. Whether it is complaining, whether it is glorifying, it's just a casual news. What's Krishna's doing? How is Krishna looking? How Krishna is dancing? What Krishna spoke today? What song he sang today? How Krishna was resting? He was very tired. So they will come and every day give report to Mother Yashoda. Srila Jiva Goswami has said the word Dharaka, Gopanam Balakah Dara Sukha Rupaha. He says the word Dharaka means that community of friends who always think of giving pleasure to Mother Yashoda. So Rama Atyaha Gopadarakaha. Shukdev Goswami puts Balaram's name in the same line as friends who give pleasure to Mother Yashoda by protecting Krishna. To say that Balaram is not complaining because of some sibling rivalry. It is because of protection. And at the same time, the word is Nyavedayan, is what we were mentioning. Balaram is not going and complaining. The word Nyavedayan in Sanskrit is like in Hindi or in Marathi, Nivedan. Nivedan means request. Balaram was not complaining against Krishna. He was requesting Mother Yashoda out of affection. Would you want to go and see our Krishna? Why? Krishno mridam bhakshitavan. Krishna has eaten mrida or clay or dust, dirt of Vrindavan, the mrit. And iti. Iti means, iti is always used after something that has been said by someone, or some name has been mentioned. This is why we say, Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. So iti is to be added after the name or after a quotation. If someone has said something and you quote exactly, then you have to add iti. So Shukdev Goswami says iti to tell all of us that I am not paraphrasing what Balaram said. I am quoting exactly, because in Sanskrit, when you have verses, you don't put something under quote unquote. So you have to put the word iti to show that the previous thing that has been mentioned has been quoted exactly. So Krishno mridam bhakshitavan. O mother, matre, matra, mata means mother. O mother, Krishna bhakshitavan. Krishna has eaten. But what has he eaten? Mridam bhakshitavan. in this way, mother, you please look into this whole thing. Mother Yashoda, when she heard Balaram say this, she felt very, very happy in her heart, because she was thinking that Balaram is very protective. And Balaram, while speaking, he may have probably told Mother Yashoda that, oh Maya, we already know that Putana Devi came, and she came in the form of the mother, and she tried to kill Krishna with the poison. And Putana then became very big, and all of that pastimes has happened in the 6th chapter. So 7th chapter, Trinavarta and Shakat, and then this is the 8th chapter. So probably Balaram would have given a background story to say that Putana came, Trinavarta came, and Shakat came, and they've all come in big, big forms, especially Putana. And she came with a lot of poison. So it's possible some poison from her body may have been sprinkled somewhere in the area and mixed with the mud. And what if Krishna has eaten that mud and something happens to Krishna? Oh Maya, please come and see. Please look into this whole situation. Or maybe Balaram would have said that if not the poison of Putana, insects in general would be there in Braj Bhumi. Dirt would be there. So to protect Krishna, what goes into his mouth? Let me make sure. This is also very, very significant. Why? Because Baladev Prabhu represents Guru Tattva. And here Krishna is our deity at home. So it is Gurudev who tells us what to offer to Krishna. It is Gurudev who tells us what to offer to Krishna, how to offer it to Krishna. Like for example, if someone comes and says, हाँ हमारे घर में ठाकुर जी हैं, we have deities, हाँ हम उनको चिप्स खिलाते हैं, हम उनको फैंटा पिलाते हैं, उनको मैगी खिलाते हैं, हम उनको ये बनाते हैं वो बनाते हैं. Then Gurudev will say, or Siksha Gurudev, Diksha Gurudev will say, yeah, good, very good. Till now that is okay. But aaj se you make a nice fresh bhoga, without onion and garlic. You offer nice fruits. You give milk. You give sattvic ahar. So it is Guru Tattva which decides what goes into the mouth of Krishna. So therefore, here Baladev Prabhu Ramadhya Gopadaraka. So this is very, very beautiful. The friends of Krishna here, the friends here, they represent the jivas. So the jiva's concern is, hey, Krishna's eating but not giving me. So when we offer it to Krishna, our concern always is not about what the deity is having. It's always about, mujhe bhook lagi hai, mujhe khana hai. So the friends were thinking that how come Krishna is eating the dust of Vrindavan without sharing with me? But Baladev Prabhu is thinking, no, wait a minute. What goes in the mouth in itself is a wrong thing. That thing has to be changed. Krishna can have butter instead. Krishna can have something else, but not mud. So Guru Tattva thinks about what goes into the mouth of the deity, while the conditioned soul always thinks about somehow get the offering done so that I can put my food into my stomach. So in this one verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, look, from Ekada, Kridamana. Acha, now Kridamana is also very interesting. God is not sitting there just to do, judgment work. He's sitting there and playing. He's playing. You see, you may have seen in some other Western culture, there are images of the strongest man carrying the earth on the back. And if you see his face, is not a very pleasing, pleasant face. If you see how Hercules carries or how Apollo carries the earth, it's, in the Greek mythology, you can see that his face is like this. But when our Giridhari Gopal, he lifts Govardhan, not one painting where he is lifting and is making crooked faces because it's very heavy. In fact, he is putting one hand on the waist and then carrying to show that, maybe he would have, because when Krishna puts his hand under the Giriraj, he cannot put his finger under. So probably he would have put his palm and then lifted it up. And when the Brajvasis would have said, hey, how are you lifting in one hand? Hey, what do you speak of one hand? I can lift in one finger. So maybe he would have done that. So in this way, Kridamana, our Krishna is frolicking and playing. Therefore, in in Sanskrit, we can see 3 words: Vilas, Vinod, and Vihar. Vilas, Vinod, and Vihar. All 3 are used for Krishna and Srimati Radharani. Therefore, Radharani is called Vrindavan Vilasini, Vrindavan Vinodini, Vrindavan Viharini. You see, these 3 names are very, very prominent and very popular. Vrindavana Vilasini. Krishna, Radharani does Vilas. Very blissful. And Vrindavana Vinodini. And Vrindavana Viharini. Vihar means to move around. Vilas means to enjoy and sport. And Vinod means to smile and laugh and giggle and be very blissful. So this is our divine couple. Our Radha and Krishna are always blissful. Jivane nidhane nityam Radha Krishna gatir mama. That is the divine realm of Braja that we should aspire for through our Krishna consciousness. So this is the nectar in this verse. Let's move to the next. Sagrihitva kare Krishnam upalabhya hitaishini Yashoda bhaya sambhranta prekshana bhashat. Gopkumar Prabhu, please read.
Upon hearing this from Krishna's playmates, Mother Yashoda, who was always full of anxiety over Krishna's welfare, picked Krishna up with her hands to look into his mouth and chastise him. Her eyes fearful, she spoke to her son as follows.
So before, in the previous verse, the word Mata has already come. Iti matre nyavedayan. So they have already taken it to Mother Yashoda, Mata. So therefore, instead of repeating the word again, this verse starts with the word Sa. Sa means she. Who she? Iti matre, Mata. Mother Yashoda has already been mentioned. So Sa, that Mother Yashoda, what did she do? Grihitva, having carried, having caught, kare, the hand, or with the hand, in the hand, Krishnam. She caught Krishna with her hands. Upalabhya hitaishini. And did she catch Krishna to embrace him? No. Upalabhya. She caught Krishna to chastise him. But immediately Shukdeva Goswami says hitaishini. Hitaishini. Krishna's enemies also desire to hold Krishna and chastise him. But that is because of vair, because of envy. But Mother Yashoda is holding Krishna to chastise him as hitaishini. The word hita means well-being. So hitaishini means well-wisher. So sa grihitva kare Krishnam. Sa Krishnam kare grihitva. She, after holding Krishna's hands, upalabhya, to chastise him, hitaishini, as a well-wisher, then what happened? Yashoda bhaya sambhranta prekshanaksham abhashata. Abhashata. She spoke. Bhasha. She spoke. But Mother Yashoda, she looked into Krishna's mouth. And at that time, bhaya sambhranta prekshana aksham. As Mother Yashoda looked into Krishna's mouth, open your mouth, I want to see. At that time, Krishna's eyes were filled with bhaya. They were moving around. He was not being able to make eye contact with his own mother. Bhaya sambhranta. So here our acharyas have said some interesting insights. They say that Mother Yashoda held Krishna's right hand with her left hand. So you can imagine Krishna sitting and almost putting something in his mouth, and she has to hold Krishna's right hand with her left hand because she has a stick in her right hand. So they are using their right hand. Mother Yashoda is using her right hand for the stick. Krishna is using his right hand to eat. So this must be, when Bhagavatam is read and Bhagavatam is heard, it is about drowning. It is about drowning. Every word. Or ramna hai waha. Sometimes our mind gets into this mental block. I know this pastime. I know. Because of this I know principle, we have been in this material world for so many lifetimes. Bhagavatam starts with I don't know. And every word of Shukdeva Goswami must be thought about. Now, this is not kalpana. This is not imagination. This is authentic meditation. When these words are not there to meditate and we start constructing something in our mind, that is to be avoided. But on the basis of these words to think is very wonderful. This is Leela Chintan. This is very, very good. Bhagavatam brings in Leela Chintan, and we all can imagine Krishna is sitting there and he's eating one after another. That Swarat, that independent Lord, Ano Aniyan Mahato Mahiyan Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunam Yobita Dhati Kaman. Kathopanishad describes smaller than the smallest, larger than the largest. He is the one who gives, eternally fulfills all the desires for everyone. That Supreme Lord, Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutastunvanti Divyaistavir Vedai Sanga Padakramopanishadai Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyana Vastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam na Vidhu Sura Asura Gana Devaya Tasmai Namaha Ishwaraha Paramaha Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. कई बार कहते हैं ना, आप होंगे भगवान अपने घर में, यहाँ आपकी नहीं चलती. कई बार कहते हैं यहाँ तो ठाकुर अपने घर में भी भगवान नहीं हो पा रहे. He is not being able to be independent even in his own house. This pastime is happening not in somebody else's house, in his own house. This is just outside his house, in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. Because Krishna thought to himself, he is getting too much. The gopis are making, motherly gopis are preparing butter, and then they say swagatam swagatam suswagatam idam asanam klim krishnaya namaha idam samarpayami. They are offering, they are saying that if the butter has come out good, oh, yet let Yashoda's son Krishna come and taste it. And Krishna in the heart, he fulfills the desires of pure devotees. We know the Kanthi Gopal story in Gaura Leela, where the Brahmana comes with his Gopal and he makes the offering so many times, and Nimai goes there. Because see, and he says, you're calling me to eat, then when I'm eating, you're saying why you're coming. So Krishna would go from house to house and taste that butter just to prove that your butter has come out good and your desire is fulfilled. I am coming to you. And they would come and complain to Mother Yashoda, and Mother Yashoda used to say to Krishna, hey, why do you go there and eat? Is there not enough food in our house? Are you hungry? Always hungry? Do you have like a stomach that equals this universe? That's how much hunger you have? You go every house every day to eat all the pots. What is this nonsense, Krishna? Why don't you eat something here? खाना है तो घर में खाओ. तो ठाकुर ने सोचा ठीक है अपने घर का खाता हूं आज, तो फिर भी मुश्किल है. If I eat in my house also there is a complaint. If I eat in other house there is a complaint. जाऊं तो मैं जाऊं कहां? Where should I go? Then the Premi Bhakta says, Krishna, when you have no place to go, don't worry, I am calling out to you. Please come into my heart. I will never complain about you. You can live in my house, the house of my heart, and I will never complain. When you are busy sitting there eating the dirt of my anarthas to clean my heart, I will not complain to anybody. You please sit here. I will not have a problem. So here Krishna is sitting outside his own house in Nanda Bhavan and he's eating. And what happens? At that time, Mother Yashoda comes and she's having a stick in her hand, right hand. Krishna is having mud in his right hand. And left hand is free for Mother Yashoda. So she holds on to Krishna's right hand. So it's almost like Krishna's going, you know, she's already caught his hand. And all that mud you can imagine is slipping down his little fingers. He's looking at his mother. And Hitaishini, Maya Yashoda is not doing this something for herself. Hitaishini, the word Hitaishini is very important. So this gives us some principles. When we have some devotees to take care of, or if we have some relationships to maintain, especially when we are responsible for someone, we must make sure that whenever needed, we will also have to sometimes go there and hold their hand. Hold their hand to cross the road is one type of holding the hand. But holding the hand here meaning when that counselee or that subordinate, it could be younger brother, it could be whatever relation is there, is trying to do something wrong in life. Our love should be shown, or we should show our love by going and helping them at that time. But it must be Hitaishi or Hitaishini mood, not to when we see that that person is doing better than me and I will try to somehow justify my false ego and try to stop them. No. Upalabhya, but Hitaishini. Very beautiful, this combination. Because sometimes when we are hitaishini, when we are well-wishers, we fail to upalabhya, we fail to chastise. And when we chastise, then we fail to be hitaishinis. But Shukdev Goswami puts these two phrases together, these two words, upalabhya also, hitaishini, and that too not in the same chapter or same verse, but in the same line, to show that yes, you can chastise only on the condition where you can touch your heart and say this is 100% free of malice towards that person. Only then. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has mentioned this in Chaitanya Shikshamrita, that fault finding is justified only and only when that person is agreeing to change this person, and this person is doing it selflessly as a hitaishi without any malice in the heart. So at this point, our acharyas mentioned that Krishna, Mother Yashoda holds Krishna's hand and he says, what is this? Ahara shuddhi sattva shuddho sattva shuddhis dhruva smritihi. Jaisa an vaisa man, jaisi pani vaisi vani. You are what you eat. Krishna, if you continue to eat dirt and mud like this, do you know what is going to happen? Very inauspicious. Very, very inauspicious. And people looking around, what will they think? That you're so hungry that your mother doesn't give you time, doesn't give you anything to eat, that you have to go out and eat all the dirt? Don't I make anything at home, Krishna? You go out and eat in other places, and when I tell you eat in my home, you're eating the wrong thing. Am I that bad a cook? Don't you like to eat good things? Don't you like what I'm cooking? Or is it because the dasis are making at home? So all these thoughts are there with Mother Yashoda when it builds to the Damodar Leela, where she's karmantara niyuktasu nirmamanta swayam dadhi. You see? So these thoughts of the Mridbhakshan Leela and the Makhan, or the Navanita Taskari Leela, the stealing of the butter and eating of the dirt, is all playing in Mother Yashoda's mind, building towards Damodar Leela. So now Krishna's eyes are moving all over the place because he's scared. They're watering and he is not able to make eye contact with his with his mother. So at this point, Sripad Harisuriji, a great commentator on the Bhagavatam, he has mentioned something very fascinating. He said, why are Krishna's eyes moving? Why is Krishna not able to make eye contact with his with his mother? Sorry, I'm laughing because this is very exciting. Sripad Harisuriji says he was in the line of Sripad Vallabhacharya in the Rudra Sampradaya. So he writes, why were the eyes why were the eyes of Krishna moving? Now you see, sometimes children also, when you hold them and you try to like get a little heavy on them, they're looking down, but they'll not make eye contact, or they're looking to the side. Look at me. Mother has to like move the face. So probably you can imagine Mother Yashoda holding Krishna's mouth and saying, open your mouth, what is there? And then Krishna's like looking down, no, look at me. Then the eyes are also moving to the side. Talk to me, I'm talking to you, talk to me. So Sripad Harisuriji says, why were the eyes moving? Yachakshuresha savita sakalagrahanam raja samasta sura murti rashesha teja yasyajnaya bhramati sambhrita kala chakro govindam adi purusham tam aham bhajami. Brahmaji has mentioned the eyes of Krishna are the sun and the moon. The sun and the moon, Chandra and Surya, are the eyes of Krishna. In the Vishwarup, in the universal form, you can understand the sun and the moon to be the eyes of the Lord. So Sripad Harisuriji says, there are 13 witnesses to every activity. The sun, the moon, Vayudev, because for any activity you have to breathe. So Vayu, who's going in and out, he knows every activity performed by every living being. Also, this is performed under the sky. So Akash Devata knows, and this is done on the back of Bhumi Devi. So Bhumi Devi knows, and Chitragupt definitely knows. Yamaraj Chitragupt definitely knows. All of these witnesses are there. Disha, directions. So for every activity, there must be place, time, Kala, Shakti. There must be a roof. There must be breathing. There must be directions. Also Agni, inside the body, is also observing what is happening. Is the person acting out of anger? Has the Agni content increased? Prajwalit hui hai kya Agni? Has the fire content in the body gotten more kindled? So in this way, there are different witnesses to any activity, and they're constantly keeping a note. My Guru Maharaj used to say very beautifully, he used to say that when you get into a shopping mall, you get into different aisles. The foolish is a person who thinks nobody is watching and I can take something and put it in my bag. Because he says there are cameras in all the aisles possible, like camera from here, and they're constantly monitoring on in which aisle, which camera footage is seeing who's putting what. And even if you cheat all of that, when you're going out, it'll beep because you've not paid for it. So Srila Guru Maharaj says all these CCTV cameras are the directional witnesses. Even if all of them fail, the final thing before leaving is the Paramatma. He never fails. He's watching everything. Right? So there are different witnesses and they're all supposed to speak the truth. Sun is supposed to speak the truth. Moon is supposed to speak the truth. Bhumi Devi is supposed to speak the truth. Vayu Devi is supposed to speak the truth. Directions are supposed to speak the truth. Now what is happening? When Mother Yashoda and Krishna are having their beautiful, wonderful Vatsalyamai Leelas, the sun and moon are stuck in the middle in the form of Krishna's eyes. So now Mother Yashoda is looking into the eyes and saying, tell me, why did you eat dirt? Did you eat dirt? Mother Yashoda is convinced she wants to hear the truth. Krishna is convinced he does not want to speak the truth. And beech mein phas gaye Surya Dev or Chandra Dev, the eyes. Now, if they say Krishna actually ate dirt, they're supposed to speak the truth. No? They're witnesses. They're supposed to speak the truth. So if they tell Mother Yashoda, yes, your son ate dirt, then what is happening? They are going against the creator who created them. And if they go according to the desire of the creator who created them and lie, yes, he did not eat dirt, then they are not performing the service for which the creator has created them. That is to give justice. That is to give witness, sakshi. And they don't know what to do. So they're looking at each other. You tell me what to do. You tell me what to do. So the eyes are looking at each other. And then finally they decide, hey, Krishna, you are completely free to do whatever you want. You are Satyam Param Dhimahi. You are the absolute truth. Whatever you speak is the truth. And you want to get chastised by your mother is ready to chastise you. In the middle of this Vatsalyamai Leela, why are we stuck? Thinking of this Chandra Dev and Surya Dev, the eyes of the Lord started wandering as if to tell the Supreme Lord, Hame chhod do. Let us leave the scene. Both of you have nice, sweet, Vatsalyamai, motherly, affectionate interactions. You let us go. So in this mode, Krishna's eyes were rolling and moving around without making eye contact with Mother Yashoda. Did you all enjoy? This is why before I said it, I was bursting into smaller bursts of laughter, thinking, how am I going to articulate this? Because this is so brilliant and beautiful. Other acharyas have also mentioned that at this point, when Mother Yashoda was looking at Krishna's eyes, Krishna was not able to make eye contact because his mouth was filled with mud. He wanted to say, I have not eaten, but his mouth was filled with mud. So at that time, Krishna out of his natural guilt was not able to, the eyes were not meeting the eyes of Mother Yashoda because there was a mismatch in the thought and activity. So Krishna wanted to just look around and buy some time. Also at this time, Krishna's eyes were moving around to see who is that friend out of my group who actually complained to Mother Yashoda. Who was it? So as Mother Yashoda is talking, he's looking around. Mother Yashoda says, look at me, I'm talking to you. Don't look around. And he's like trying to look. Who's laughing? Who's, who's the one who complained? And kids sometimes can be like very, very touchy on those things. Also, acharyas have described, especially Srila Jiva Goswami has described that Mother Yashoda scolded Krishna but did not slap Krishna or did not get violent. Also, in parallel readings of the Srimad Bhagavatam that I have come across, I have also seen editions of Srimad Bhagavatam which in the Sanskrit original text, in this verse, have the first line as Sa Grihitva Kare Putram. Instead of Krishnam, I have also seen editions of the Bhagavatam which says Sa Grihitva Kare Putram. And the word Putra means affectionate son, right? So therefore, Sa Grihitva Kare Krishnam, one meaning could be Krishna is so attractive. Krishna means attraction. Krishna is so attractive that Mother Yashoda, who was sitting inside the house, was attracted towards him immediately. But at the same time, in parallel readings, instead of Krishnam, the word Putram has come, meaning Mother Yashoda held the hand, lovingly held the hand of her dear child. And she started scolding in love. And he was getting afraid. He was really getting afraid with this chastisement of Mother Yashoda. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, why Kare Grihitva? Why Mother Yashoda held the hand of Krishna? Chakravarti Pad says, so that Krishna does not run away. she was thinking, if I start shouting from a distance, he will run away. He will drop the mud and run away. So first thing I should go and Kare Grihitva. Sa Grihitva Kare Krishnam. First thing I should do is go and hold the hand so that he doesn't leave me, he doesn't run away. Chakravarti Pad says. And also Srila Baladev, this is Vishwanath Chakravarti. When I say Chakravarti Pad, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti. Also Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan, the disciple of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, has said in his commentary, Chapala Nirikshane, that Krishna was really very, very restless at this point. Very, his eyes were wet with, moist with tears and restless because of what is going to happen next. Veer Raghava Acharya, a very, very exalted Sri Sampradaya Acharya, whom Srila Prabhupada has also quoted many times and referred in his Bhagavatam commentaries in the purports. We can see so many times Srila Prabhupada says, Veer Raghava Acharya in this regard comments. So that Srila Veer Raghava Acharya says, what does the word Hitaishini mean? He says, Hitam Icchanti iti Hitaishini. She who only desires the good for Krishna. Look, people go to Krishna so that their life can become good. But Mother Yashoda goes to Krishna and is ready to even chastise Krishna so that his life becomes good. This is prema. So this is the nectar that is there in text 33. Now let's read text 34. Look what Mother Yashoda tells Krishna when they meet. Kasman mridam madantatman bhavan bhakshitavan raha vadanti tavaka yete kumaraste grajopyayam. Prabhu?
Dear Krishna, why are you so restless that you have eaten dirt in a solitary place? This complaint has been lodged against you by all your playmates, including your elder brother Balarama. How is this? Purport. Mother Yashoda was agitated by Krishna's restless misbehavior. Her house was full of sweetmeats. Why should the restless boy eat dirt in a solitary place? Krishna replied, my dear mother, they have plotted together and lodged a complaint against me so that you will punish me. My elder brother Balarama has joined them. Actually, I have not done this. Take my words as true. Do not be angry and chastise.
Hare Krishna. So lots of nectar is there in this verse. Let us analyze this verse. This is very, very beautiful. So first and foremost, when Mother Yashoda sees Krishna has held his hand and is chastising him, Krishna is not able to speak because there's mud in his mouth. Text 35, Krishna will start speaking. But Mother Yashoda caught him in 33. So 33 and 34, 2 verses time Krishna took to swallow that mud in. So that in 35, once it is gone inside and he's completely confident there's nothing in my mouth, now I can speak. So in 34, Mother Yashoda starts off by saying Kasmat. Kasmat mridam adantatma. Kasmat means why? Kyon? Mridam bhavan bhakshitavan. Why did you eat dirt? So Mother Yashoda is not asking Krishna, did you eat dirt by any chance? Is it true that you had dirt, or are like they just lying? She is convinced. She's going there not asking why have you eaten dirt. She's going there and asking, why did you eat dirt? क्यों खाया? First she's saying kasmat. क्यों खाया? So Krishna has mud in his mouth. So this whole conversation that I'm about to say in this verse is through the eyes. You see, sometimes when you have affection for someone, or when someone knows the heart of another person, let's say the husband or wife have been living for like a long time now, 20-25 years together, they don't even have to speak a word. By looking, the other person understands ki kya kar raha hai, because they know each other's heart. So here at this point, oh, I think somebody's on unmute. So at this point, Mother Yashoda is having eye-to-eye conversation with Krishna. She's speaking, and Krishna is through his eyes, he's responding. This verse is a conversation. This whole verse 34 is a conversation. And what conversation? Kasman bhakshitavan? Why did you eat? Krishna's looking at Mother Yashoda, and through his eyes he's asking, eat what? What have I eaten? Mridam, you ate dirt. Me? I don't eat anything without you giving it to me. No, Adantatman, you're restless. Adantatman means someone who's uncontrolled. We have seen the same word in the Bhagavatam. Matinna Krishne parato swatova mitho bipadyeta griha bratanam. Phir Adanta govi vishatanta mishram puna charvita charbanana. So Adanta govihi, someone with uncontrolled senses. So here Mother Yashoda says Adanta Atman, he who's completely uncontrolled. Atma hi adanta. He is uncontrolled by nature. Our acharyas have said that wherever there is prem, wherever there is affection for Krishna, preme bhakti jaha hoite, avidya vinasha jate. There cannot be ignorance, which means wherever there is pure love for Krishna, all knowledge is there. Vidya vadu jivanam. So Mother Yashoda does not have to learn from Bhagavatam that Krishna is Swarat, he is independent. In her affectionate chastisement of Krishna, she is saying, you are restless, you don't listen to anyone. You're uncontrolled, which means from a devotional perspective, oh Krishna, you're completely independent. Who can control you? Who can put you and bind you in rules? You're completely independent. So why did you eat? What did I eat? Mridam, you ate dirt. Oh, but I don't eat anything without you giving it to me. No. Adant Atman. You didn't wait for me to give you. You took it yourself. Acha, me? Bhavan Bhakshitavan. You only ate. Krishna usme puch raha hai. You're talking about me? Sometimes in the school, when the kids don't know the answer and the teacher says, yes, you tell me what is the capital of India. And the student doesn't know the answer, for example, little kid. So then he will first 3-4 seconds, he will buy time he will do all that. And then the teacher say, yeah, you only, don't look behind. Yes, you tell me. I've done all that, so I know. So when Mother Yashoda is saying, yeah, why did you eat mud? You're completely uncontrolled. She's saying, me? Bhavan Bhakshitavan, you only have eaten. Then Krishna says, how can I eat, Maya? Whatever I eat, I share with my friends. So if I have eaten, they have also eaten. And if they have not eaten, I have not eaten. Because whatever I eat, I share with them. No. Next word is raha. Akele mein baith ke khaye hain. Raha means rahasya, seclusion, confidentiality, gupta, secret. Secretly raha, you sat and ate without sharing with anyone. So see how every word of Bhagavatam, you see, so beautiful. Bhavan Bhakshitavan. Hey, how I can eat? No, raha. Akele mein baith ke khaye hain. Rahasya mein gupt sthan mein baith ke khaye hain. You have eaten in a secluded place without sharing with anyone. Achha. If I age in seclusion, how do you know? How do you know? Vadanti. They came and told me. Mother Yashoda is saying, Vadanti. They came and told me. To which Krishna says, Tavakaha. After all, they belong to you. Because till now, if you see the context, who has complained to Mother Yashoda till now? The gopis. So any complaint coming to Mother Yashoda must be from the gopis. Because till now, Gopas have never complained. So this is a new shift in Krishna's dictionary. Krishna does not know that even his Gopas can complain. So when Mother Yashoda says, Vadanti, they came and told me. Krishna says, after all, Tavaka, they're all part of your camp. Mother Yashoda, no, Tavaka, they're part of your camp. They are your group, your friends. Krishna says, really? Are you sure? He ete, really, khalu etad. This is the truth. They indeed came and told me. To which Krishna says, they're all lying. झूठ बोल रहे हैं सब. अगर मेरे मित्र आके बोले हैं आपको, if my friends you're saying have come and told me, सब झूठ बोलते हैं. They lie a lot. And I don't know how in this childhood they have learned so quickly to lie. Where is the satyam? Satyam bhruyat, priyam bhruyat. Be truthful, be honest. When will they learn all these principles? Mother Yashoda says, shh. They are not lying. No, Maya, I think they are all lying. Maya Yashoda says, Kumara hate. They are all Kumara. According to Shastra, what is Kaumaram? Kaumara means less than 5 years old. And according to the Vedas, someone who is less than 5 years old, their words are to be understood as Vedavakya, truthful, because they don't have kapat in their heart. They don't have duplicity. So when Krishna is saying, oh, all my friends are liars, jhoot bol rahe hain sab. So Mother Yashoda says, Kumara hate, but they're all less than 5 years old. How can they lie? How can they lie? Krishna says, what to tell you, Maya? That standard used to be in Satya Yuga. Satya is gone, Treta is gone, now Dwapar is going on. Standards have come down. Even those in Kumar, they are also liars. Mother Yashoda says, Acha, Agraja api vadati. Even your older brother is saying, Avi bolo. Your older brother Balram also said. Now Krishna is in Dharam Sankat. He is in a chakra view of his own words. Why? Because if he says, my older brother is lying, then that is Maryada Vyatikraman. He is breaking Maryada. And if he says, no, my brother, older brother, if he's saying that must be true, then all of his built up has been diffused. The bomb of Krishna's falls have been diffused. So at that time, he builds up a nice story, very interesting story. Mother Yashoda says, your older brother, Agraja word is used. You see, she is not saying Rama, Balarama, nothing. Agraja. Agra means before, Ja means Janma. जो तुम्हारे पहले जन्म ले चुका है, वो आकर उन्होंने बताया कि तुमने मृद भक्षण किया. So how can he lie? At that time, Krishna's eyes are filled with tears. Oh Maya, how can I explain to you what I'm going through? How much pain is there in my life? How can I explain to you? I never wanted to tell you all this, but Dukhalayam, Maya Dukhalayam, lot of suffering. And that too Ashashvatam for others. But for me, Dukhalayam Shashvatam. There is only suffering in my life. And Maya, when suffering comes from outsiders, you can still tolerate. But when suffering comes from our own people, it is very difficult. It is like a thunderbolt. Mother Yashoda said, don't change the topic. Tell me what is the problem. Maya, how do I tell you? Tell me. Krishna is thinking. Maya, tell me what happened. You tell Baladev to protect me. I am supposed to be like the eyeball. He is supposed to be like the eyelid. The eyelid is supposed to protect the eyeball. But the situation in my life is such that I need an eyelid to protect me from this eyelid. He is the big problem. Maya, you don't know. My friends don't tease me as much as my Balaram does. You send Balaram to protect me. I hold the hand of Balaram thinking that he will, time and again, he will open up the lunch box and he will feed me. He will help me swim. He will pull me out of a cave. He's there to protect me as an older brother. He's like the shade of a Kalpavriksha tree under which I can sit. But Maya, that's not the case. My friends sometimes are in good mood, but Balaram is always making fun of me. He always mocks me. Oh, mother, he makes fun of me in public. Private jokes are still understandable. When they are cut in public in front of everyone, now everybody else also teases me the same way. Okay, tell me, what is he teasing you? What is, इतना दुख क्या है तुम्हारे जीवन में? इतनों से है, इतना दुख किधर से आएगा तुम्हारे जीवन में? बताओ. You're only so much. How much suffering can you have? Maya, Balaram, he is a very racist brother. Very racist. He's always teasing me that I am dark and he's fair. I am dark and he's fair. Keeps asking me these questions. That Maya is fair, Baba is fair, I am fair. तू कारो करोटा कैसे निकला ये इतना कारो करोटा कैसे निकला? How did you become bluish black? Then I say, I am born like that. It is just happens. And Balaram at that time says, it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that. Krishna, I don't know how to tell you the secret. But you are actually not the son of Nanda and Yashoda. Well, it's the truth. Baladev means Guru Tattva. Guru means speaking the truth that God is not the son of Nanda and Yashoda. He's the supreme personality of Godhead. But in this case, Balaram is saying, you are actually not the son of Nanda and Yashoda. Then, oh, Bhaiya, whose son am I? Balaram says, nobody knows. Nobody knows. तुम किनके बच्चे हो? तुम कहां से आए हो? किनके हो? कहां जाने वाले हो? कोई नहीं जानता. फिर मैं आया कहां से? Balaram started saying at that time, cooking up a story, saying, Krishna, nobody can become your parents. You were being sold at the Mathura marketplace. Nanda Baba went there. He felt pity that this little child has no parents. So he purchased you from there and he got you home. And now he's helping you grow as if you are his child. So this is why, you see, everybody's fair, but you are dark because you don't belong to Nanda and Yashoda. And Krishna's eyes are filling up, swelling with tears. And Balaram says, how will I lie to you, Krishna? How will I lie to you? How can Nanda Maharaj tell you this? So he has kept it as a secret. But I have seen life. I have seen life more than you. More than you I have seen. Therefore, how can I lie to you? I have to tell you this truth. And then when Krishna starts crying and coming home, running, Balaram is like hitting his hand and hitting his thighs and clapping with his friends and laughing. So at this point, Krishna is bringing up all of that. When Mother Yashoda says, Agraja, Balaram is the proof. Krishna brings that up to say, you are bringing that person as a proof. Who's asking for the proof of my identity? Oh, Maya. How do I tell you? Now, by cooking up all the story, what has happened? Mother Yashoda's heart has kind of melted. Thinking that my Krishna is already going through so much suffering, why should I add more? And that has got Krishna enough time to swallow all that mud into his little mouth. And once he has done with that, now look at text 35. Krishna, Chhati phula ke Ravi Thakur keh rahe ki I have not eaten dirt. Look at the confidence of the lie of the absolute truth. Naham bhakshitavanamba sarve mithya abhisamshinah yadi satya girastarhi samaksham pashyame mukham. Prabhu.
Lord Sri Krishna replied, my dear mother, I have never eaten dirt. All my friends complaining against me are liars. If you think they are being truthful, you can directly look into my mouth and examine it.
Yes, so it's a long one. We will discuss from here. Yeah. So at this point, so interesting. Krishna starts the verse by saying, Na aham bhakshitavan. Now, Krishna, in the 700 verses of the Bhagavad Gita, he's a very optimistic, very positive, very affirmative, very emphatic speaker. He will never start a line with negatives. Wherever it is really needed, that is where he will use the word na, the syllable na. Na sa siddhim avapnoti, na sukham, na param gatim. There he will use. Wherever it is needed, there he will use. But generally, he never starts a line with a nakaratmak or a negative point. Na in Sanskrit means no. So you always say, I will try, I hope to, I think I will, etc. But I cannot is something that we don't say, we should not say. But here at this point, Krishna says, na aham bhakshitavan, to show emphatically the negation that I have not eaten. He could have said aham na bhakshitavan, but he says na aham bhakshitavan. So the focus is on na, which means negation, which means no. Na aham bhakshitavan, I have not eaten. And then na aham bhakshitavan, after that, the word used is amba. Very, very important word. The word amba in Sanskrit means mother. Now please tell me, doesn't Mother Yashoda know that she is Krishna's mother? Doesn't Krishna know that she is his mother? Mother Yashoda knows she is the mother. Krishna knows she is the mother. Everybody around knows she is the mother. So why would Krishna say something that is obvious? Only to melt her heart further. Because when the child calls out to the mother as mother in the local language, in the mother tongue, then whatever anger is there, gone. In just calling mother, because the mother has so much affection for the child. बीच में if बच्चा keeps झगड़ा भी हो रहा है and he or she is trying to make a point, if the child in the middle keeps saying but mama but mama, बस खत्म. Heart is like बोलो बच्चा, ठीक है कोई बात नहीं, अगले टाइम से मत करना. Finished. No more discussion. Just calling her mother has sealed it. And Krishna is the root of all knowledge. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhutani cha bhavishyani mam tu vedana kaschana. He knows how to deal with whom, where, and what to speak. So to melt the heart of Mother Yashoda, he is using the word amba. But it is again interesting how he uses the word amba. In Sanskrit, there are so many words for mother, mata, janani, so many words are there. But why amba? Because in Sanskrit, the word amba has a very specific meaning. She who holds a child for 9 months in her womb and gives birth to the child in this world is called amba. So what is the logic here? The logic is, oh Maya, your relation with me and my relation with you is 9 months older than all these people knowing me. Which means you know me 9 months before Balaram knew me. You know months before the friends me and you, we know each other the deepest. And so nobody has to come and tell you how I am, oh Yashoda Rani. You know how I am. So those who have appeared after, you are using them as a proof, as a praman. You are using them as a proof or a praman to show how I am. But you know me better than they know me. You get the point? You see the logic? Is everyone getting? Because in virtual Zoom connection, you hardly get to know what's happening. Okay, fine. So Amba, oh Maya, you know me better than Baladev knows me. You know me better than the friends know me. So if I am telling you I have not eaten, you simply accept that. Why are you using them as a praman for our relation? This is the meaning of the word Amba. Then Mother Yashoda says, if that is the case, then what about others? We have to value their words also, right, Lala? So Krishna says, oh Maya, Sarve mithya abhisamshinaha. They're all liars. How do I tell you this? I always wanted to tell you about their character, but abhi chance aaya hai, so I will tell you. Mithya abhisamshinaha. They only speak false. And our acharyas have commented here something very interesting. Mother Yashoda puts two proofs. What are the two proofs? Friends and Balaram. But Krishna puts Balaram in the same category as the friends and uses the word survey. He doesn't say friends are liars, but Balaram is truthful. He says sarve, like as if you can imagine Krishna do this at that time, putting his hand around and saying, ye sab jhoot bolte hain. Sarve, including Baladev also. Mother Yashoda said separately, but at this point, Krishna is really angry with his brother. Very, very upset that he was the whistleblower. He was the backbiter here. Literally the backbiter, because Krishna was eating he was biting the dust behind the back of everyone. By the way, dear devotees, if you feel I'm like kind of distracted looking around, some nice books have come here for me. So I'm kind of distracted to see the titles of my books. Okay, sorry, I should be focused in my service. But two big copies of books have come for me as my birthday present from devotees. It's nice. Which one is that? Hare Krishna. Take. Okay, so I will continue. I'm sorry. I should put on those blinders of the horse, but our Prabhu is opening up all the books there. So I'll finish the class nicely, and then I will open up the box and see the books for myself. But till then, I'm not looking around. Okay. Sarve mithya visamshinaha. All the friends, including Balaram, they're all liars. They're all speaking false. Then who's speaking the truth? Lala, are you the only truth, the speaker of truth? Nobody else speaks? Maya yadi satya girastarhi. Yadi means if. Satya, truth. Gira means tongue. If you want to know who has the truthful tongue, samaksham pashya me mukham. Samaksham, directly. Pashya, look. Me mukham, look into my mouth. I'm not lying, mother. You can just directly look into my mouth and you can see. दूध का दूध और रज का रज. क्योंकि रज है मुंह में, मृद. तो आप देख लो किनके मुख में क्या है, कौन झूठ बोल रहा है, कौन सत्य बोल रहा है. So you see for yourself. You see for yourself. Srila Jiva Goswami has commented in this regard that Baladev is actually the son of Vasudeva Maharaj. And he's the son of Rohini Devi. And Krishna is the son of Nanda and Yashoda. So how does Baladev or Balaram become Agraj? Right? He's not technically Agraj. He was not born before from the same womb. But Srila Jiva Goswami has commented, the word Agraja here refers to the loving bond between Vasudeva, Rohini, Nanda and Yashoda. So much so that they didn't see Krishna and Balaram to come from different set of parents. They saw Krishna and Balaram to appear from the same set, as if there's no difference. Absolutely, there is no difference. Srila Sanatan Goswami has described the word Rahaha means Ekanta Sthane. In solitary, Krishna has eaten, because he won't eat in the presence of Balaram. So the word he here refers to, in the previous verse, he refers to Nishchaya. For sure, he will not eat in the presence of Baladev Prabhu, like that. So in this regard, when Mother Yashoda is asking, Samaksham Pashyame, Krishna is saying, Samaksham Pashyame Mukham, look into my mouth, then we will know with confidence who's speaking the truth and who's speaking the false. Our acharyas are now torn into two camps to say whether Krishna was lying or Krishna was speaking the truth. What do we feel? Is Krishna speaking the truth by saying that I did not eat when his mouth was filled with mud? Or is Krishna speaking false? After eating mud, he's saying, I have not eaten mud. So is this truth or is this false? Let's see what our acharyas have said in this regard. Srila Sridhar Swami, the original commentator on the Srimad Bhagavatam, he says Krishna is speaking the truth. He is saying Krishna is speaking the truth. We'll ask Srila Sridhar Swami, how is Krishna speaking the truth? Mukh mein to mrid hai. Thakur keh rahe hain ki maine nahi khaya. Srila Sridhar Swami gives an example to mention. So for example, I'll just make it more, I'll make the example more relatable in the present generation. Imagine if someone has eaten a whole pizza, let's say. If they have eaten a whole pizza, can they take it out and eat all of that again? Not possible. Once it is inside means they have already eaten. They cannot eat that same pizza again because it's already in the stomach. That which has been eaten, that specific pizza cannot be, you can have another pizza, but that pizza which has already been eaten cannot be eaten again. Srila Sridhar Swami says the whole world is in Krishna's mouth. The whole world is in Krishna's body. Poor Krishna, how can he eat it up again? Anyway, the whole universe is in Krishna's body. So that which is in the body of the Lord, how can the Lord eat it up again? So therefore he's speaking the truth. उन्होंने नहीं खाया क्योंकि पूरा विश्व उनके शरीर में है. As the Virat Roop, as the Vishwaroop, the whole universe is in Krishna's body. Param Dhama, Tad Dhamam. The whole cosmic creation is in Krishna's Sharir, Krishna's personality. Krishna also says, Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra, Sarvam Cha Mai Pashyati. He who sees everything in me, such a person never loses sight of me. So in this way, we can understand. Srila Sridhar Swami says Krishna is actually speaking the truth because all the mud, all the universe, everything is in Krishna's mouth. So how can he eat it up again? Srila Sanatan Goswami also says, yes, Krishna did not eat. Krishna is speaking the truth. What is Srila Sanatan Goswami saying? He's saying Krishna just acted as if he's eating because he just wanted to be chastised. He is not interested in the mud. But he was just acting as if he's eating, but he was actually not eating. So therefore, he's speaking the truth by saying, I have not eaten. Although thoda mukh mein laga diya just as imitation. So that he gets what he wants. Like one devotee, I know, he has a catering business, initiated devotee. He runs a catering business. So and he gets good orders with, like during the Ganpati season in Mumbai and all the big festivals, even ISKCON, non-devotional crowd also, they reach out to him for catering. So we asked him this question that, people will have concerns because you don't use onion garlic in your cooking. So how do you maintain business and at the same time Vaishnav culture? He said, no, I don't use onion garlic and I offer everything to Jagannath and I give it to them. So, but when they eat, they will get to know. When they come and see your men are working on that site of the marriage or whatever that is, or a New Year's Eve program in a certain society or building or whatever, they will see that there's cooking. They're seeing what is happening. So he said, nahi, kabhi unke aankhon mein dhool jhonk dete hain. We kind of transcendently cheat them. How? He said, we are not using onion, but we'll keep some onion on the table. Just for decoration purpose, and we will have someone just chop a few onions and then trash it, not use it. So people, even if they come and see the table, they'll say, theek chal raha hai, sab, everything is good, kushal mangal chal raha hai sab, but we don't use that onion. So I said, then, but they are not fools. How about the taste? He said, Jai Krishna bhaje sai bada chatur. He says, because of being in ISKCON, I know what to add with what to get that same taste without using it. So therefore, Srila Sanatan Goswami is saying Krishna was also doing something like that. He was not using the actual mud. He had just used it for decoration purpose, just for imitation purpose, so that he gets chastised, but he has not eaten it. This is what Srila Sanatan Goswami said in this regard. At this point, as all of this is happening, Srila Jiva Goswami says, Srila Jiva Goswami says, in Balya Leela, faults are allowed. They don't count the flaws or the false words in Balya Leela, because Krishna is the root of everything. Srila Jiva Goswami says, if Krishna in his childhood doesn't lie, then how can the children who follow Krishna later, coming down as babies in this world, how can they start a parampara of lying on their own? Krishna is the root of everything. He says, Aham Adirhi Devanam, I am the root of even the demigods. I am the start of all the parampara. Everything comes from me. Matta sarvam pravartate. So Jiva Goswami says the pravritti, the tendency that we see in children to lie as babies, that comes from Krishna's Balya Leela, where he used to lie and there is no problem. That's not a flaw. because that just enhances Balya Leela. That just enhances the baby pastimes. This is Srila Jiva Goswami. Now, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in this regard, he says something very fascinating. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, Krishna appeared in this world. Why? When Mother Earth became a cow and went to Krishna for protection. Krishna appears in this world to relieve the burden of Mother Earth, who had come as a cow crying to Krishna. So as soon as Krishna has come in this world, first thing that he's doing is he's pacifying Mother Earth by accepting her love. That you cried so much so that I should appear. Now that I have appeared, you don't worry. I am there with you. You see? So children who are, or mothers, the relation that a mother has for the child or the child has for the mother, some affectionate kisses are allowed. So when Krishna is appearing here, Mother Earth is one of his mothers. And she has come crying to him before, you please help me. So when Krishna has appeared as the baby, he's offering some kisses to his own mother, said, don't worry, now that I have come, everything will be okay. So see, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, the biggest truth is being established here, that God comes here to pacify Mother Earth. So this is why he has taken some mud and just applied on his lips. But there is no eating of mud. So in this way, our acharyas have said many things. I really like what Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan says in this regard. Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan in his commentary to the Bhagavatam, he says, what is the highest truth? He says the highest truth is that Krishna likes to be controlled by his mother. This is the highest truth. The highest truth is God likes to be chastised. God likes to be controlled. God likes to be in the affectionate embrace of his dear devotees, especially his mother. And by lying, if that ultimate truth is getting stronger and stronger, then what is wrong? Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan says, if Krishna is speaking lies that I didn't eat dirt, and if that is nourishing Mother Yashoda's Vatsalya love for Krishna, which is the highest truth, then this is absolute truth. There is absolute no falsity here. Is everyone understanding? This is very beautiful. If by lying, the ultimate truth is being established, then what is wrong in that? Like, for example, if someone comes running in saying that dacoits are chasing him, Ghar kholo, darwaja kholo, our friend comes running in, open the door, some dacoits are coming chasing me. And we open the door and hide them in the house. And the dacoits come and knock and said, did that person enter your house? What should we say? We should say no, because we are saving the life of our friend. So is that considered to be false? No, because when false is spoken for establishing the higher truth, it is considered to be glorious. So what is the higher truth? The fact that Mother Yashoda controls Krishna and Krishna loves to be controlled by his devotees. And to nourish that higher truth, if Krishna has to speak false, what is the problem? This is Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan's commentary. His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj gives his beautiful, wonderful purport to this in his Kartik lecture. His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj in the Kartik Yatra mentioned, said this pastime and said, is Krishna speaking the truth? Is Krishna speaking the false? What is Krishna speaking? Is Krishna speaking false? Or is Krishna speaking truth? Then Maharaj said, is Krishna speaking the false? No, he's not speaking the false. Is Krishna speaking the truth? No, he's not speaking the truth. Then what is he speaking? He's speaking absolute truth. It's neither false nor truth. It is the absolute truth. So I really like that from the Kartik Yatra. Maharaj said that. So in this way, our acharyas have commented very beautifully. Also, another acharya comments that half-truth is considered to be false. Right? If someone speaks something half, it is considered to be false. बोलना है तो पूरा बोलो, नहीं तो आधा करके मत बोलो. So Krishna is telling his mother, have I eaten mud? No, I have not eaten mud. What is that point meaning? Everybody in Braj Bhumi, they eat from the crops in the field. They eat the grains from the field. And when you pick up those grains and you're bringing all the grains home, some vrajraj from that is there in everybody's mouth. Everybody in Braj eats. But now when the friends are saying, only I am eating, well, no, that's false, because that's half the truth. If my friends say everybody eats, I will agree, yes. But if my friends are saying they don't eat and only I am eating, this is half truth, and that is a false. So therefore, Krishna is revolting. Because everybody who eats vegetables, they're all eating some vrajraj. It's coming through the process. So they are eating that, but they're saying only I am eating. This is not justified. So in this way, our acharyas have given all these perspectives. Srila Prabhupada mentions something very fascinating in this regard, even in the Krishna book. Srila Prabhupada mentions that Krishna was not lying. Krishna had invented this complaint. He was not a liar, because either friends have to lie or Krishna has to lie, because they're speaking opposite things. Prabhupada says, is Krishna lying? Krishna cannot lie because he's inventing the complaint. Are the friends lying? No, the friends are not lying because they're eternal associates. So what seems to be a contradiction in transcendental realm, there is no contradiction. It is absolute truth, absolute reality. So sometimes we can see senior Vaishnavas, even spiritual masters, sometimes they may have difference in opinion. But that doesn't mean one is right and one is wrong. Both are right. Just like Krishna is also right, Krishna's friends are also right. Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya and Chaitanya Bhagavat, they have some discussion in his home, and there is some heated argument there. And there Vrindavan Das Thakur says, if anyone takes sides with Nitai against Advaita, or in Advaita's side against Nitai, they will be doomed. Just back off and enjoy this Leela, humorous prasadam Leela between Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya. So the point is, here the friends are also speaking the truth. Krishna is also speaking the truth. And as Krishna builds up this whole scene of Mother Yashoda looking into the mouth of Krishna, our acharyas have given 14 reasons as to why Krishna ate dirt. But it's already time up. We went 2 hours today straight, and it's already time up. I had planned to finish the pastime today, but I am exactly 50% there. So like last time, I couldn't complete it in one session. Please kindly forgive me. So what we can do is, either we have another session for this, or next month when we meet again, we will continue this pastime with deeper interpretations and meaning. The thing is, the pastimes are so deep and so wide, and our acharyas had so many commentaries with sweet bursts of purports and commentaries. I find it very difficult to accommodate everything and finish it in the timeline. So I will let Ramakrishna Prabhu and Shachi Yashoda Mataji decide. Ramakrishna Prabhu had told me that we can have one pastime a session, but I am a very disobedient, disorganized student. So I express my shortcoming by not being able to finish it on time. And I don't want to rush and add more 30 minutes and get it done, because there's no point. The Mrid Bhakshan Leela, it's so sweet. It is so interesting. I was thinking to myself that Krishna is eating dirt, but feeding us with sweet through his pastime. It is so brilliant. We covered only 4 verses. In those 4 verses, our acharyas have commented so much word by word. So let Krishna keep his mouth open. Let Mother Yashoda look into that mouth. We will pause here at this point. And whenever we meet next, whether it's in this month or the next month, we will cover what happens next in this beautiful pastimes, with different interpretations of Krishna eating dirt, different things that Mother Yashoda looks into the mouth, and why this whole pastime happened with Krishna eating dirt and opening of the mouth. There is a very beautiful conclusion to that whole pastime. So I'll pause here in the interest of time. I'll pass on the call to Prabhuji or Mataji. Mataji is on the call, I can see. So I'll pass on the call to Mataji. So you all can decide. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thanks for the wonderful, wonderful lecturian session, Prabhuji. Like you rightly said, there is no need for us to hurry up, Prabhuji. Even if one Leela can go on for 2-3 sessions, it is absolutely fine, Prabhuji, because we don't have any restrictions. We can try and bring the nectar. No problem, Prabhuji. You can please, we can have the subsequent sessions in the coming classes also. So please do not rush. We want to hear the nectar in deeper way. And like you said, there are 14 reasons. So we would like to understand those reasons also. Plus, so please take your time and we can do it, Prabhuji. Please do not, there is no issue, Prabhuji. We're all eager to understand the Leela in the right perspective. And this is a wonderful platform for us to understand. So please, you have the liberty, Prabhuji, no problem at all.
Thank you.
No. So we may take, I don't know whether we have questions, because we may take only 1 or 2 questions, because I think Prabhu has another session. Does anybody have any question to ask? Before anybody asks, I have one question, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, you said 13 witness, right? You gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What are the other 3, Prabhuji? Can you please tell Prabhu?
Bhumi Devi, Akash, Vayu, Agni, Disha, Chandra, Surya, Yamaraj, Paramatma.
Yamaraj and Chitragupta different Prabhu or same?
No, one Mataji. One.
Okay.
One. I don't remember.
No problem.
Maybe I will look into it. It is there in the Bhagavatam.
Okay.
But,
okay, Prabhuji.
Prayana alpayusha sabhya kalavasmin yuge manda sumanda matayor manda bhagya rupatrita.
No, not at all, Prabhuji. Okay, Prabhuji, when you recollect or something, you can let us know, Prabhuji. No problem. I think Gopakumar Prabhu has a question. Yes, Prabhuji, you may unmute and ask the question.
Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the wonderful class. Prabhuji, in one of the verses where you were explaining that when Mother held Krishna's hands, and then Krishna was fearful. But in the translation, it says, Mother, her eyes were fearful. So I just wanted to know, like.
Yes, Prabhuji, because in Shastra, always our acharyas write it with the principle of yayatham mam prapadyante. So ashray vigraha and vishay vigraha, they always go hand in hand. Like, for example, if we say that the gopis are praying to the lotus feet of Krishna, that implies that Krishna also prays to the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. If we say that the friends of Krishna are making fun of Krishna, that also means Krishna is making fun of the friends, because Vishay Vigraha and Ashray Vigraha go back and forth. So Mother Yashoda is fearful of the fact that Krishna, what will happen to him if he eats the dirt? But that fear is originating from the eyes of Krishna, because he is the Ananda Sindhu, or the ocean of affection. So looking into his eyes, this has also been described in, I believe, Laghu Bhagavatamrita of Srila Rupa Goswami. He mentions, or maybe, yeah, I think Laghu Bhagavatamrita. I may be wrong, but one of those places. It is described that when Narad Muni comes to Vrindavan to remind Krishna to go to Mathura, to take him just before Akrura comes, it is described that when Krishna looked into the eyes of Narad Muni, he saw the pain of Vasudeva and Devaki in Mathura into the eyes of Narad Muni, because Narad Muni was carrying that emotion of what is going to happen in Mathura. So Krishna's eyes were now seeing that, and he promised Narad Muni, I am coming to Mathura, don't worry. So that feeling was transferred because of prema, immediately by the presence. So Ashray Vigraha, Vishay Vigraha, by the Ye Yathamam Prapadyante principle, they're always in sync. So Mother Yashoda's anxiety for Krishna and Krishna's anxiety, what's going to happen to me. Both. So this also brings a very interesting point. Krishna always wants to keep Radharani happy, and Radharani always wants to keep Krishna happy. Krishna picks flowers for Radharani. Similarly, Radharani picks flowers for Krishna. Krishna sings for Radharani. Radharani sings for Krishna. But those who are servants, the Sakhis, the Manjaris, the Gopis, Radharani is the life of Krishna. Krishna is the life of Radharani. But for the Sakhis, Radha and Krishna are their life. Both. So between Mother Yashoda and Krishna, mutually this is happening. But for the readers, they are observing this with amazement, because both are their Ishtadev. Like that.
Prabhu, when you said that the Srila Baladeva Vidyabhushana's explanation is, that means Krishna likes to be controlled by his devotees. That is the highest principle. So in that sense, the false was spoken to uphold the higher truth. That is the
correct. Correct. Krishna, even if he breaks his own vows, he says, I will never pick up a weapon, and then he chases Bhishma Dev. So again, we say in there that on one place, Krishna can keep his word and not fight. And on the other side, Kauntaya Prati Janihi Name Bhakta Pranashati principle is there, that I will never see the destruction of my devotee. So when he saw Bhishma Dev putting on arrows on his bow to destroy Arjuna, so should I not pick up my weapon and see Arjuna being killed by Bhishma Dev? Or I forget all my vows and I chase Bhishma Dev to protect Arjuna? So the false could be considered as Krishna breaking that principle. And the truth is his affection for Arjuna. So in that way, when Krishna is lying here, it is to nourish the Vatsalyam from Mother Yashoda. Because if Krishna says, if let's say Mother Yashoda went to Krishna, that why did you eat dirt? I'm sorry, Mother, I ate. Never again will I eat. Finished. The bomb of Vatsalya built up is diffused. But if he says, I did not eat, Mother says, no, you ate. They also, it's building. So if he's speaking false to heighten the truth of Vatsalya Prime, Haribol, that's wonderful.
Okay, Prabhuji, understood the Prabhuji. Prabhuji, we'll take just two questions. There is one, yes, Meghna Takkar Mataji, you may unmute Mataji and ask your question.
Haribol Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question is not related to the verses that we did today, but it's a open general question which I need to ask. If now that I have been practicing Krishna consciousness from past 2.5 to 3 years, Prabhuji, and slowly and steadily as we come to know more and more, Prabhuji, the desires that we might have had probably previously, and now as we grow, we realize that, as I understand, the desires have become less. But Prabhuji, what about the previous desires? I mean, are we, after coming to Krishna consciousness, are we accounted for those desires also, which were so meaningless? And I don't know if I'm able to frame my question properly, but what about those desires which were so unnecessary, and it was done without realization? And now when we realize, I just feel that it was just of no use. And slowly and steadily, the desires have become very, very less. So what about how about our karmas, Prabhuji, for that?
So is the question basically, what happens to the sinful reactions of the sins that we have committed before starting the process of bhakti? Is that the question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Not only maybe it might not be any sins, Prabhuji, but as we just keep on thinking of, there are so many desires in a conditioned soul, Prabhuji, and as and how Krishna consciousness seeps in, I just realized that there is so much, it was just unnecessary. And we cannot come to, I don't know, I have not yet come to any stage of Shunya Abhilasha, but it has reduced. But what about, will there be any karmic reactions to those unnecessary desires that I had probably before, which are totally meaningless, and I understand that it was of no use, and now I don't even have them. But in the subconscious mind, I don't know whether I'm able to frame it. If you can just.
So were there attempts to fulfill that desire?
Yes, Prabhuji, to an extent, yes. But then now my life has changed, and Prabhuji, you have played such an important role in my life, especially from the lockdown time, from July. You have come as an angel in our life, Prabhuji. You have come as a direct spiritual master in my life. And
So the
so much of
question
my
basically,
conscious.
so the question basically is, um, in the past we may have had so many desires, and we may or may not have worked towards them, and they may have been purified with time. So are
Yes,
we
Prabhuji.
accountable for those activities or those desires, and do we get karmic influence?
Yes, Prabhuji.
To the extent we perform bhakti and go deeper into the process of bhakti, all of our past will be destroyed. You don't have to worry, absolutely. The desires get purified and the reactions get destroyed. This we have to understand. The
Right.
desires get purified and the reactions get destroyed. And where is the praman for this? Kechit kevalaya bhaktya vasudeva parayana agham dhunvanti kartsneya niharamiva bhaskara. Canto 6, chapter 1, text 15, Srimad Bhagavatam describes. Kechit kevalaya bhaktya. If someone does kevala bhakti, one pointed devotion at the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna, vasudeva parayana, complete surrender. Agham dhunvanti kartsneya niharamiva bhaskara. Just like the sun has not even risen, but the rays of the dawn sun at 6 o'clock in the morning, that light in itself is enough to remove all the fog of that has taken overnight time to get deposited in the environment. Just not even the full noon sun, just the morning rays of the dawn sun are enough to destroy all that fog. So similarly, before the sun of bhakti even rises, um, Kleshagni, Shubhada, Moksha Lagutakrit, Sudurlabha, Sandrananda Visheshatma, Shri Krishna Akarshani Chasa. Before Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti come in itself, all the fog of anarthas and reactions get destroyed. We don't have to worry. Also, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tvam
Sarva papebhyo
Sarva
mokshis.
Papa, Sarva Papa, Bhavishya Papa, Vartaman Papa, Bhutkal Papa. Kutam, Bijam, Prarabdha, Aprarabdha, everything gets destroyed. We don't have to worry. It may take some time because we have been in this material world for a long, long time.
Yes.
So just like when you switch off the switch, the fan has already stopped, but the blades move for some time. The fan has got
Right.
switched off, but the blades will move for some time. Just tolerate. Everything is going to be done. Krishna is going to take care. But for that, we have to be one-pointed.
Yes.
One-pointed. Tivrena bhakti yogena. Akama sarvakamo va mokshakama udaradi. Tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Bhagavat, second canto. That if we are fixed up and like a laser beam, we go on the path of bhakti, no looking back, then Krishna will take care. We don't have to worry.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Waiting for you to come to Radha Gopinath temple and see you and meet you personally. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. We'll take one more question. Keshava Prabhuji, Keshava Chaudhary, I think. You may unmute and ask your question, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, thank you. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam. Actually, I have been listening to you, to your lectures, and that has helped me completely. I can't say how much it has helped me, but I will not say a lot in your in your appreciation, because as you have said that the one who appreciates you is your enemy. So, but I have this question. So you told in in the series of Guru for Srila Prabhupada, like in a crore or in a million, you can get a Sadguru. And if you get that, if you get him, then you have to ask him, and from that self-realized being, you will get the self-realization. You also said one instance when Prabhupada revealed him to, or he told something to his devotee, and he was the devotee that touched his heart, because he just in that moment knew that Srila Prabhupada has the Krishna realization. So I wanted to ask, like, whether Srila Prabhupada's books and lectures are alone now, sufficient, or do we can we know someone who is self-realized, or we just need to rely on Srila Prabhupada's books and lectures? Because if there will be yeah.
So Srila Prabhupada's books and lectures are the basis for all of our understanding. Srila Prabhupada's books are the essence of all the Acharya commentaries. Srila Prabhupada's books are the torchlight for the dark age of Kali Yuga. So hearing Prabhupada's classes, reading Prabhupada's books, and hearing his morning walk conversations, his room conversations, reading his letters, doing all of this will give a very wonderful insight to one thing, that this life is a great gift and I have to perform bhakti. But bhakti starts with Adav Guru Pada Ashraya, taking shelter of a spiritual master. Now, we have to take shelter of a spiritual master who's alive. Why? Because we can accept Srila Prabhupada in our heart as Gurudev, and he is the preeminent Siksha Guru for everyone. I'm talking about Diksha Guru. We can accept Prabhupada in our heart. But how do we know Prabhupada has accepted us? How do we know that? Then somebody tomorrow will say, why stop at Prabhupada? I will take initiation from Rupa Goswami. Or I will take initiation from Krishna. Krishna one day Jagat Guru. He is Jagat Guru. I will read Bhagavad Gita and take from Krishna only directly. But Krishna in that Bhagavad Gita says, take from my disciple, my follower. So by reading Prabhupada's books and hearing his classes, one should understand that without serving a great soul, by selling myself at his lotus feet, I will not be able to make advancement. So the Guru Parampara continues. It goes from one Acharya to another Acharya, or one Acharya to many Acharyas. So it never stops.
Sure. So yes, so my question was for regarding the same thing, like in the first nectar of instructions, first instruction, who can be a Goswami, Vacho Vegam, Manasa Vegam. So are the no doubt, like they are, they were like hundreds and thousands of dedicated devotees and pure Vaishnavas, but like because of my ignorance, I am not sure that are they fully self-realized, because according to Gita, only the first fully self-realized beings can impart us the knowledge of self-realization.
Perfect. So the question is, how do I recognize a self-realized soul?
Yes.
That will happen only when Krishna reveals. So I, with my eyes, cannot see, because I am a ignorant sleeping person, and somebody who is sleeping cannot recognize somebody who's awake. You see, even in a room, if I'm sleeping, and if you enter into this room, I cannot see you, but you can see me that I'm sleeping, right? Yes. So similarly, someone who is in avidya, an ignorant sleeping soul like us, we cannot recognize the great souls. But the great souls are sent by Krishna to uplift us. So for that, what we have to do? We have to do three things. First of all, by reading Prabhupada's books, we must know what are the qualities of a guru, what are the responsibilities of a guru, what is the necessity of a guru, and most importantly, what are the duties of a disciple? How should I qualify myself to be a disciple? So that when guru appears, I am ready to surrender. Point number one. Point number two, we have to chant the holy name. We have to chant a lot of holy names, so that Krishna is convinced that I am not simply a sentimental person who's trying to search a self-realized soul. We have to know that self-realized souls, the sadhus, the great pure Vaishnavas, Uttam Adhikaris, they are Krishna's property. They are Krishna's diamonds. And I will give diamond from my life to your life only when you have won my confidence and my trust. When I know I can trust you, only then I will give you my wealth. So similarly, we have to win Krishna's trust by chanting the holy name. Krishna said, anybody who chants the holy name sincerely, I will shower him with everything. Everything comes when you chant the holy name. Prabhuji, there is no higher.
Yes, Prabhuji, this is, I completely follow that. So this one question, which may be very, may not be, I don't know if it has to be revealed by you or not, but did you have mystical experiences with, when interacting with the self-realized people and while chanting?
Oh yes, mystical in the sense that things that I cannot understand by my own ability or senses or intelligence, when I interact with pure Vaishnavas and I had good fortune of asking them questions. Then they reveal answers which are mystical in the heart. Oh, this is unbelievable. This is how beautiful. This vision is inconceivable. I have never thought of it like this. And only someone who is at that sthiti, that state of consciousness, could have given a response like that. So so mystical, not in the sense of like, let's say creating a ring out of the thin air, or magic and things like that, but mystical in a spiritual sense, that what I am not able to understand through Shastra, what I'm not able to realize in my heart, the sadhu gives answers so wonderfully that when I think about it, it is so realized. It is digested knowledge, which they have walked through in their life. So I feel, so I remember, I'll tell you something very interesting. One exalted soul was once, he went through MRI. MRI, we know when we have to go through an MRI, you're put through a small machine. It's like a tunnel, right? So this great soul, when he was put through that, and he was taken out after the MRI imaging, the magnetic resonance imaging. So another god brother of his came and asked him that, how did you feel inside? And this great soul immediately said, I felt as if I was in the mouth of Aghasur, the snake demon who came to Vrindavan. It was like a tunnel. I felt like I had gone into the mouth of Aghasur, and Krishna came and pulled me out. That was the first thing he said as soon as he came out of the tunnel. And I felt, my God, he says, if someone coming out of the MRI testing is speaking like this, imagine how he will speak on the Vyasasan.
Yeah.
So I find this to be very mystical, that where our buddhi cannot enter, there their heart, their sthiti, their consciousness is established. So three things: reading Prabhupada's books to understand our duty and their qualification. Second, to chant lots of holy names so that Krishna will take us seriously. And third thing, very, very important, in seclusion, in isolation, in private, we must learn the art of crying for Krishna. Not in front of anyone. Not in front of anyone. And if somebody comes when we are crying, we should cook up a story and not let them know that we are crying. Somehow, pani kuch to chala gaya, aankh mein pani aa raha hai. Not that we show tears in front of them, but in seclusion, maybe in the bathroom, maybe in a separate room, maybe somewhere, maybe sitting in private, and closing our eyes and thinking that without meeting a pure Vaishnava, my human life is useless, is waste. If I am not able to serve a Gaura Priyajan, a dear devotee of Sri Krishna, how will I ever get Vaikuntha? How will I get Goloka Vrindavan? Nobody ever has got Vaikuntha without serving a pure Vaishnava. So ये अंदर एक भूख लगनी चाहिए, एक आग लगनी चाहिए. तो नाम जप मुख से, शास्त्र स्वाध्याय बुद्धि से, और हृदय से रोना. जब तक आंसू नहीं आते, ठाकुर सीरियसली नहीं लेंगे, बिल्कुल नहीं लेंगे. क्योंकि मुख से तो कोई भी कह लेगा हरे कृष्ण बोलने में क्या जाता है. वो भी मुश्किल है. कई जानते हैं पर मानते नहीं, करते नहीं. तो वो नाम जप करना भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है और दुर्लभ है, परंतु केवल नाम जप नहीं, उसमें हृदय डालकर रोना चाहिए ठाकुर के लिए. हे प्रभु, मैं 40 बरस तो हो गए मेरे जीवन में, 50 बरस तो निकल गए, अब तक भक्ति में एक कदम नहीं रख पाया मैं. हे प्रभु, ओ श्री हरि, if you don't teach me, if you don't show me the right place, if you don't show me the right spiritual master, oh, I am a blind person. I have no qualification. I have no good qualities. I don't know how to recognize. I will be cheated, because in the age of Kali Yuga, there are so many hypocrites. But my Lord, I have faith that you will not cheat me. And if that is the faith, akhanda mandalakaram vyaptam yena characharam tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. The Supreme Lord, who's present as Krishna Vande Jagat Guru, he will appear in front of this jiva to save him. So that we don't have to worry. But कई काल के लिए नाम जप, आंसू रोना, घुट घुट कर रोना, प्रभु मुझे, I really need help. जब तक भूख ना लगे, 56 भोग भी खिलाने पर पचता नहीं व्यक्ति, खा नहीं पाता. और अंदर से यदि आग लग जाए, भूख लग जाए, 56 भोग की आवश्यकता नहीं, खिचड़ी को भी 4-4 बार खा के वो प्रसन्न हो सकता है. तो अंदर भक्ति में महत्वपूर्ण है आग लगना, अंदर भूख लगना. तो ये 3 चीज, बुद्धि के लिए शास्त्र स्वाध्याय, और मुख से नाम, और हृदय से रोना। ठाकुर कभी किसी का अमंगल नहीं कर सकते। मंगल भवन अमंगलहारी, ध्रुवहु सुदशरथ अचर बिहारी। Krishna never can cheat anyone. The sun can do everything except create darkness, right? The sun can never create darkness. So similarly, Krishna can do everything except bring inauspiciousness in the life. And how many jivas are there praying to him for Sadguru, pure Vaishnava? So why won't Krishna help? So these three things you do for some time, and then be in the association of devotees, and then you see how Krishna will mysteriously appear as Gurudev. Then at that time, you don't have to ask me. I will come and ask you what your mystical experiences are when you interact with the spiritual master.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Just last, just one thing, just last thing. So that when we chant very seriously and sincerely, with shedding our pride and very humbly, as you say, like not a marjar, but marjar pravritti, but like the but not the market property, but like marjar property. So when we do that, and my experience is that when I have done that, so one time I had this experience of being in for a few moments in the ocean of complete bliss, which can't be explained. So I don't know how can I explain it to myself, or so that was my question, and I don't know if you will reveal it to me. I think you will totally be in knowledge of that experience, but I don't know if you will reveal it to me or not.
So what is the question? You want me to reveal what? I don't.
So this experience, like this experience when you find yourself like in ocean of infinite bliss for a few moments, when you are completely absorbed in chanting. And Prabhupada explains in one of his writings online, where he does that you will get more when you transcend your intelligence and brain, and body consciousness, and you experience sparks of spiritual ecstasy. So that's very much relevant to my experience. So I don't know if how if you will be revealing it to me in detail, or it's not.
I am waiting for the day when I can experience that. I have not experienced it yet. I have not experienced anything. I am just chanting because I have given my word to my Guru Maharaj on the day of initiation. But apart from that, I don't feel any ecstasy. But I have complete confidence that acharyas in the past who have chanted nicely and have written so many books, they have experienced ecstasy. I have not experienced ecstasy. I am still, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, Bhaktya vihina aparadha lakshaye kshiptascha kamadi taranga madhye kripamayi tvam sharanam prapanna vrinde namaste charanaravindam. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has said, what is my situation? Bhaktya vihina, I am without bhakti. And aparadha lakshaihi, I am only committing aparadh. And kshipta, I am fallen where? Kama adi taranga madhye. I have fallen into the tides and waves of lust and anger. Therefore, kripamayi, hey Tulsi Rani, hey Tulsi Devi, kripamayi, you are very merciful. Sharanam prapanna, please accept me at your lotus feet. Brinde namaste charanaravindam. So that is my experience. I am still waiting for the day when I can experience any true, genuine spiritual emotion. I have not experienced honestly anything. I don't claim to be a knower. I don't claim to be some realized or some experienced person. I am simply a mail boy, a postman, simply reading and hearing and simply sharing. I have no experience. So you please pray for me that someday I can also experience that ocean of bliss.
Okay, Prabhuji, I think you are concealing, but thank you very much for sharing that as well.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thanks Prabhuji for the wonderful explanations, and thanks for your wonderful time, your precious time in trying to answer our queries. So I would suggest everyone to keep, we'll meet next time, we'll try and discuss Prabhuji, Amarendra Prabhu, whether we are going in between session or we're going to have a regular session, we will get in touch with you, and then accordingly we'll post it in the group so that everyone can take the benefit of hearing the Krishna Katha. So let us chant the Vaishnav Pranam mantra, and with that we'll end the session for the day. Thanks once again, Amarendra Prabhu. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Gurudev ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. Each
Hare
one of
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Radhe Radhe. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
pranam.
Thank you.
Krishna Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji. Radhe Radhe.
Hare Krishna Radhe Radhe.
Prabhuji.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I thought he is
Amarendra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, today was your birthday?
Mataji Kathas Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna
Amarendra Prabhu, today was your birthday?
Happy birthday.
No,
I thought
Mataji.
today was.
It was a few days before.
Okay. Anyway, belated wishes, Prabhuji. Wishing you many happy belated wishes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Happy belated birthday. May God bless you. May your life be full of joy. And I
Thank
love
you
the
so much.
lectures, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol. Thank you, Mataji Katha.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Jai
Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande. Hare
Hari Hari
Bol.
Bol. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Hari Bol.
Okay, so with the kind permission, I'm going to end the meeting here. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, very much. It was
Hare
amazing.
Hare. Thanks.
Radhe Radhe Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.